Welcome. Thanks for coming at early morning for this session. And I'd like to, he's been talking to many of you since he's been standing here. Gilles Plourde is our new Canadian Director of Technology. Welcome.
Thank you.
I wasn't here the last time you were here, so I'm saying welcome again. And we met you, many of us met you in a family reunion,
That's right.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah.
And we're really pleased to have someone recognizing who we are as a country, from a business perspective, from a technology perspective, and he's basically going to lead us and the rest of the country, and North America, along with your team, to take us to a whole different level. And it's just exactly what we need in the marketplace. So your background, you want to tell us a little bit about your background?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. What can you tell us?
Okay, so I've always been in tech. I've never sold a house. So I'm not where you are. It's way too complicated for me. So I like simple things. That's why I started Faltor about 12 years ago. So if some of you know about Faltor, which is the equivalent of .loop, you guys know .loop.
Oh, not .loop. Yeah.
.loop, electronic signature, document management, connected web forms, and the whole nine yards. So with Faltor, we made about 30,000 agents in Canada go paperless and offices. All right. And I sold it to Next One in 2016. I was minding my own business at the time.
Yeah, he's independently wealthy at this point. They pulled him out of it.
I spent all the money, you know. No, but before that, I had built another company, which was sold to Cisco in 2003, and it was a company in call centers. So again, we started two guys from scratch, working hard, and we had clients in Brazil, Argentina, France, UK. The example of Canada, federal government, I don't know, Wells Fargo, National Bank of Paris, France Telecom, small clients, right?
Yeah.
Pushed it out of the way.
And I sold that in 2003. That's when I met someone in real estate, a guy in real estate, at breakfast, and he had it right. He had it right here. I like that. Come home for dinner on Saturday, bring your wife, we'll chat more about it. We drank too much, and of course that very Monday we started never stop until I sold it 2016. So like I said, I was having fun, enjoying, and I was doing things I wanted to do. And then Anne Sindenis from Montreal, she's an OP, and I had sold her Faltor, so we maintain a business relationship. Called me up and said, Gilles, Keller Williams is looking for a director of technology for Canada. Do you know someone? Yeah. I know lots of people. When she called me, I was here in Toronto having a meeting with Gabriel Bianchi. I don't know if you know Gabriel, a Remax Premier. He had just bought France as a territory, and he wanted me to go there and build a Remax franchise network. I would have been posted at Nice. My territory would have been Monte Carlo, Marseille,
Well, you blew it.
Can you tell me I'm not here? But I have kids and grandkids. I don't want to get too. You know, it seems exotic, but there's pros and cons and everything. So the moment I looked at the requirements Anne sent me, there's only one person that I know that can do this, and it was me. But I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a builder, I'm IQ, and I don't like to have any boss, whatever, you know. So I don't know if that's for me, but it was like appealing, you know. So I decided, well, I have to keep an open mind all the time. I started to talk with the people at Keller Williams, and came a day where I had to go and meet them face to face. I got in Austin, sit in the lobby, waiting for my first meeting, and look, there's a red book that's looking at me. I look around. He's still looking at me, so I decided to pick it up. Then flipped through the page, got some goosebumps, listen at home. So if we can, you know, agree on terms and everything, I want to try to do this. I didn't need to wait for payday on Thursday. I was looking for something fun to do, something challenging. My goal is to help people as much as I can. That doesn't mean I succeed all the time, but I try. And since I've been started this, it's been an amazing trip, an amazing journey, believe me. And today I'm here, excited like you can't believe, and I hope that when I'm done, you'll be as excited as I am. because this is going to change your business. This is going to put you in a place where nobody else can be. We're setting the stage of real estate. Now, some of you may think or may say to yourself, we've heard that before. Keller Williams technology sucks. They promised us all kinds of things. Let's talk to each other here, okay? I know about it. When I joined Keller Williams, it's not because they have fantastic technology. It's because the opportunity was there. The team that they're building in Austin to get this moving is just amazing. So,
on that note, I'm going to sit down here, but I'm also going to say, it's funny, little funny accents. It's from these La Belle Provence. So He's lots of fun. We've had lots of fun. We'll continue to have lots of fun. We're very fortunate to have someone like this driving technology for us. Your background is wonderful. Labs that you're building are just spectacular. I'm very pleased.
All right, thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so Keller Cloud, you're going to be hearing about that term a lot. It's our cloud. It's nobody else's cloud. It's not no third party's cloud. We own it, we control it, it's yours. And you'll see this morning, I'll throw some number at you and you'll say, wow, this is what it can do, this is what it does already? Absolutely. So we're becoming a platform company for your benefit. Okay, so a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So we see this nice little bird, well, little big bird there, beautiful. But everything that's around is very ugly, isn't it? But if we don't have the launch pad, can we send this bird in space? No, we can't. We need a launch pad. That's our platform. So for the last 2.5 years, our engineers have been working on that launch pad. The launch pad is ready. So we're building the shuttle now. Okay? And it's taken off. It's taken off seriously. So it may be ugly, but it's required. Remember that. To put in perspective, just in one single image, we have 3 main areas for software development: market centers, administration, MCA, Winmore, going to cloud more, and so on. The agent tools and the consumers. This here, it's all about agents. You guys are going to get some big surprises. It's focusing here. Next year, it'll be consumer. In between, we're going to move to the market center as well. So we have a team working on cloud more and offer management to replace the outlook and everything eventually. So all about agents. We have our cloud. So you were asking, right? Kelly is the artificial intelligence. That's the algorithm program that accesses the cloud, and the cloud basically is your data. That's what it is. So right today, who are those who are using Top Producer, for example? Okay. Who are those who are using other third-party tools than those of Keller Williams? Wow, almost everybody. Where's your data? I don't know.
In Top, in the database.
What is it? What did they do with it?
Sell it.
I don't know. Okay? We're going to move all of this in Keller Williams. And we are going to give you back insights that are just mind-blowing. You'll be able to go back to your client and have a different level of conversation. A level of conversation that nobody else can have. Believe me. Yeah, I'll prove it to you. Here we have APIs. So let's say that you listen, you've been using Top Producer for 10 years, you don't want to depart from it, you want to keep using it. We're going to have APIs. We'll allow Top Producer to connect, but there will be one major requirement, mandatory requirement.
What's an API?
An API is Application Program Interface. So it's a way to connect programmatically a third party to another system. Okay? So it's a connector. So that requirement will be that they will have to commit to the data pledge. Gary Keller made it very, very clear. If third parties want to benefit of the cloud, of our cloud, they will have to transport all of your data in the cloud. We don't want any third party connecting to us to keep you hostage because of that. So if you keep using Top Producer and Top Producer, they're willing to connect, they're going to have to open the gate and shoot all of your data here. Yes?
As you're going along, could you reference, my benefit anyhow, when Facebook had a lot of problems with third-party usage. So what I think you're doing here, if I understand, is a company is allowing us to not worry about that.
Correct.
Can you, like in normal terms for us to understand how that happens? Or why wouldn't we be afraid of Keller Williams doing the same thing? And I don't think your point is just if you allow us to know.
I could swear in the Bible.
In time, yeah.
I could swear in the Bible. That wouldn't change your life. That wouldn't change anything.
Right.
You'd have to trust me.
Just trust.
I think it's a matter of trust. Trust in Gary Keller, in his vision, in his commitment to the agents. Let's remember that not too long ago he was offered big money for the business, and he said no way, because the day I sell my business, it's going to change everything. And he's doing it for the agents, right? So that's the key. So no, he's not going to resell your dad, never.
At family reunion, Gary Keller made a big pledge about that.
Yes.
That his whole reason for doing this was it was for the agents and the people.
I think we're going to see more of this in the long run. So like the thing that happened to Facebook, we're going to see more of it. So for us to protect our data is an important element.
It is more and more important every day, because if your data resides on third parties' platform, I can't trust them.
Right.
If I give you the example of .loop, right? .loop in their terms and conditions, there's a little paragraph, fine print, that says all data belongs to us. They can do whatever they want, except Gary Keller had them remove that clause for you, for the Gary Keller's agents. However, .loop is not giving us that data either. So they have that data. Okay, they can't use it, but if we had it, we could use it, right? If you're in an offer management, you're in a multiple offer scenario, and if I could have some stats that would tell me for a property of this profile, for this neighborhood, when you have multiple offers, it's start at that price and at that price, the price difference is, and it's the third offer that wins the most, and the fourth one. If you have that information, you could better guide your clients, right? We don't have any of that. They do. But remember, .loop doesn't belong to .loop. It belongs to who? No, it belongs to Redfield. Redfield belongs to a mortgage company, an insurance company. They use all of the data and they sell it to whom? Realize. Cohen Banker, Century 21, they sell it to all of our competitors. They even use it against us. Who's the largest real estate company in the world? How many agents? As of 2 weeks ago? 182,000 agents. That's a big number, right?
Jill,
Yes.
on that diagram there, are the programs that go to the API to Keller Williams, the program, would that be like Top Producer?
Top Producer, Canva, any kind of third party.
So essentially you're saying you can still use the database you're using, but through the API it goes into Keller Cloud. So you're saying the data will be stored in Keller Cloud as opposed to...
As well as in both third parties.
Oh, okay.
In both places. But when I'm done today, this morning with you, you will see that you won't need much of those. It's all coming in-house. Yes.
On Keller Cloud, where is that stored?
It's stored in the US.
Because I know that there's an issue of keeping like documents stored in Canada, in the province.
That's a different discussion in itself. We are aware of all the compliance. I took it all to Austin, the legal department, the council, they're aware of it, and we're building our platform to be compliant for every province in Canada. And I know all about it. because I had Fall Tour, it was all about documents and compliance, right? And the compliance have changed over the years. When we started Fall Tour, it wasn't clear if documents could be stored in the US or Canada. So American competitors started to come here, so we invented a pitch line saying there are laws and rules that won't allow you to store in the US. So it wasn't true. But people bought it, and it kind of slowed down the Americans coming over. But the regulators heard us, and they said, yeah, we have to do something about it. So because of us, and not being very truthful, to make sure we protect our market, boom, the compliance got, was much different. So why do we do this? It's to have the data to, get as much data as possible so that we can run some AI on top of it and get some amazing insights for you. And how do we do this? Here again, this blew me away because I come from the IT world. I've always been in technology, developing software, traditionally. Some guy somewhere, not even an agent, doesn't even know what real estate is, will do some functional specifications. Trying to think or pretend that he knows what you need. They'll go around, they'll go in the back room, start coding, thinking that's to you, and you'd be using it and say, yeah, okay, yeah, it makes sense, but it's not really how I would have done it. Here, it's you. Every single screen, button, color, feature, everything you'll see or you'll use have been developed by agents. They have been coded by IT. But IT, they have no say. Absolutely nothing. They decide which technology they're going to use, which programming language they're going to use, the security behind it and everything, but the user interface and the feature, it's all you. And we do that through labs. Right? So the lab process, so imagine now if you are 100 agents building this, or 100 people building this, it's going to go faster. So the lab process that Gary, Keller, and Josh team have put together is giving us so much power because it's not one guy in the back room trying to think of how it should work. We've got 10, hundreds, thousands of agents contributing to building it. So that's a different story. So when I go to Austin, I attend some of those labs. So Gary Keller's got an idea. He says, well, what do agents need? A CRM. That's a good start, right? So what he does, he invites a bunch of mega agents into Austin. They go to Austin on their own, they pay their airfare, their hotel, everything. Genuinely, they come, they sit together, and then Gary says, okay guys, we need to build a CRM. How do you want it? Can you give us some? No, there's a blank board. Go. Build it. That's how it's done. So they do some sketches. Once the brainstorm session is done, they give that to the program director. And a clean design come out of it. Give it back to them. They say, yeah, it looks good. Then they give it to IT. IT starts coding it. First version goes to the lab. That's when we say it's going to go to ideation is a mastermind, incubation. Incubation is where they start to test. They say, oh, there's a bug here, there's a bug there. We should add a button here, we should do a feature here, and it just gets better and better. When they're satisfied, it goes to control introduction, more features are being added, and so on. And then it goes to limited availability, and we keep track of how it's going through surveys. And we have triggers. And when the trigger reaches a certain threshold, boom, it becomes available. So don't ask me, Gilles, when will this be available? I don't know. Ask yourself. It's you that's going to decide. It's the people that are in the lab, labbing those products, are going to decide. Now, how fast can this be? Very fast. 60 days before family reunion, Gary Keller said, we need to have a referral platform my family room. 60 days. Got a bunch of agents, did mastermind, ideation, incubation, they launched. 60 days. That's amazing. Thanks to you. Lab dashboard, who knows about the lab? Who knows about the lab dashboard? Yeah, okay. So you go to your KW Connect, resources, technology, and then there's lab dashboard. That tells you everything, all the solutions that are being labbed and which phase they're at. When you see the little Canadian button there, it's Canada ready. Now, this is front door. It doesn't apply to Canada, but the command offer management it's going to be slow in the making. Okay, but everything else is Canada ready. Well, the referral platform is definitely Canada ready. So that's an old slide.
What did you say there about this? Is not Canada ready?
You know, it's all Canada ready except front door and offer management. Offer management is still in the very early phase anyway. Okay. There's one thing I want you to do on that page. Please go to that page, and there's a big button at the top that says Join Labs. I don't care if you're ever invited to be in a lab. Join it. Because eventually we're going to, Keller Williams has started, well, they have started to do it, virtual lab. So they'll send you an email saying, okay, here's a link. There's a screenshot of a feature that we're developing. We want your opinion on it. Whoop, then the next day it's going to be Norm on something else. And you know what? It's like election day. You vote for it. You say, okay, I'd like to have this here, you know, that there. And don't blame IT. The result is based on those that have voted. The more that vote for something, that's what it's going to be. IT don't decide no more. Referrals. She's working on with referrals, right? I'm really happy. As the first time in all the labs and all the presentation I've been doing so far, it's the first time I have someone that have really started putting some time in building it. In 2 months, so it was launched in February, in 2 months, Keller Williams referral platform is now the largest in the world. That's pretty amazing. It passed everything that exists. 1.5 million connection requests have been generated. 745,000 connections and 174,000 unique connections. Now,
Yes, those are agents, the most agents within the Keller Williams world.
only Keller Williams.
Yes, within the agents within agents. Agents referring to other agents.
Correct. No, it's agent asking you, like if I'm an agent, I invite you to join my network.
Yes.
Okay? Then you say yes, or you don't watch Kelly, or you don't look at referrals, and you don't reply.
When will the rest of the world be available? Because currently it's only North America.
Currently, yeah. Eventually, I don't have an estimate.
But eventually it will be, the 180,000 agents?
It will. It will. The last count I had 2 and 3 weeks ago was 8,936 deals were closed via the referral platform. $1.5 billion worth of business volume. Wow. Wow. Those 9,000 deals, most of them would not happen without the platform. You know how many in Canada? Guys, we're trading series 47.
Only 47.
Why? I've asked a lot of people, who are those who went to the referral because there was a prerequisite to be here today? You need to have Kelly downloaded, and you need to have at least 5 referrals in the network. Who are those who didn't have any pending invitation when you logged in? You all did, right? Why? What are those? Do you know?
I'm not.
Do you know if?
I'm not understanding.
Okay.
What are we supposed to do?
So you're supposed to have gone to KW Connect, My Referrals, okay, and invite 5 agents. The reason is because when you go there and you connect, you're going to have some pending invitations. And what are they? Well, you won't know.
Potential referral.
Potential referrals. How many people move into Toronto every day? Every day. Where are they moving from?
Everywhere.
I mean, if I was an agent, and I'm not, gosh, I missed it. I would be going to the movers and asking them, what are the moving patterns here? Because then what I would do is I would make sure I connect to those Keller Williams agents in those locations. And I would put some Facebook ad to target those, you know, the people that are moving in those areas. I don't know. The platform is now offering you a different way of doing business.
I have been accepting lots of referrals on this Kelly app. Is there a space we can go and put our
Bio and everything.
Yeah.
White page. Make sure your white page bio profile is top notch. You're a golf lover, say you're a golf lover. You have to think of this platform as a new way of doing business, an additional way of doing it. That doesn't stop you from doing your door-to-door.
So do you access that on the computer and you can type it
Yeah,
in
you go to your white page, that's my KW,
Yeah.
okay? You go at the bottom, white page, update your bio, okay? And you'll see soon this referral platform is going to be one of the biggest business-making platforms in the world. 2 months. It's already the biggest. 2 months, $1.5 billion of business volume. I mean, I wouldn't wait.
And Gilles, suggesting for you, I would track a couple of deals and specifically talk to those deals going forward. When, you know, someone from Florida referred someone in California.
You'll
And
track
it happened to be this, and you know the numbers, you know the
Yeah, yeah,
information, you know the agent name, and you know the deal.
Yeah.
And that would be something that's very specific.
Yeah, exactly. In relation to that, who's using Facebook for referrals? Everybody. Okay, what happens, let's say you post on Facebook, I'm looking for an agent in Vancouver. What's going to happen? You're going to be flooded with requests. I'm here, I'm good. What's your phone number? What's your email address? Okay. You are going to send your client to those. Did you vet these people? Are you vetting those people? And once your client is over there, can you track if there's any deal? Are you going to get your share of it? Maybe. Maybe not. Is your client going to go through a good experience? If yes, they might not tell you. If no, you'll find out. Here, it's all about Keller Williams agent. You will never send a deal to a RE/MAX agent, a co-op broker agent. Why should we? In the first place, right? You'll send a referral. You'll give that agent a timeline. Okay, like 24 hours to 40 hours to accept. When they accept, you'll know exactly what kind of, because you'll be able to track in the system what kind of deal they closed, how much is coming to you. Why leave money on the table? No more.
My question about, like, what did we miss about this referral thing that we ought to know?
Well,
Does it mean that we should have gone into KW Connect, or did we get an email, or what was that about?
you should go to referrals, KW Connect My Referrals, and you should build.
No, I'm asking you, you
Powerful
said
network.
everybody got
Yeah,
some.
You did too, Carl.
You got it, no.
What did I get?
It
Like,
was
that's
an
what I
email.
want to know.
Yeah, okay, it was an email, and an email explained what kind of last was we were requested to do.
Oh,
But don't worry, it's okay. We can do it after.
So now that I've said that, what's going to be your take at the end of this session? What are you going to be doing?
Checking into the referrals section on there.
That's one.
Making sure
Second.
my bio is,
Second, what are you going to do?
making sure bio on my pages is up to speed.
And then build your network.
Mhm.
Go invite people you don't know, because you don't know where money's going to come from. It might come from them. But if you never reach out and ask to connect, you will never get a referral. That's for sure. That I can guarantee you. Can I guarantee you you'll get one if you connect? No. But I can guarantee you will have if you don't. That's for sure. Okay? And try, there's a kid. I think it was in Dallas. I say a kid because he was kind of lazy. He was brand new. He was new to this business. And when he went to family reunion, when he saw this referral platform, he got an idea. He said, "Holy gee, I'm gonna be rich." And he's becoming rich. In 2 months, he closed 100 deals.
Oh, I'm cross.
Sit in his living room, just doing referrals. So he put some very, very fancy Facebook ads saying, I'm the moving specialist here, and I have a network of 175,000 agents that I work with. And it worked. You got a lot of people connecting with him and saying, yeah, I'm moving there, I'm moving there. And because when someone is moving from A to B, they don't necessarily know anyone, but someone in destination. 100 deals. Wow. Oh, and out of those 9,000 closed deals that happened in 2 months, 49% went to non-cappers. Okay? That's quite interesting.
That's huge.
That's very huge. So that helps a lot bottom line. All right?
It also
Yes,
helps
but the
with people who try to make it.
non-cappers would be the ones who are going to become involved in doing this, right? The cappers are probably the ones that have an existing database, and so they're a little lazy about it.
I'd say the cappers, the makeup agents, usually are the one that understands the fastest, and they are the one that they have been on this like crazy.
Yeah, the cappers.
Crazy, oh yeah.
But in the future.
Like the big teams, they see these opportunities right away. And they wait no more. They go at it and they go at it. Like that team in Dallas, they've been receiving 2 new deals. They've been closing 2 new deals a week since family reunion. 2 new deals, and it's going to grow. But if they don't join the network, they won't get those leads. Right? So, because people were not listening, they were not on the referral platform, agents were sending referrals to a referee. We wait 24 hours, 40 hours, no response. We send it to another one, no response. So what they've done, they've put a reset button here. Instead of having the agents to rebuild, to reconfigure the whole referral for the agents. So just a reset. So just like I said, if you probably have, I've seen up to 75 pending invitations that agents have. They were invited by other people, Florida, Pennsylvania, California. And the agent asked me, why do they want to connect with me? How would I know? You will never know until you say yes. Maybe they were trying to send someone to you. You'll never know. It's too late. When you go on the referral solution and you click Grow My Network, you have a map of all the market centers. You click a market center, you see all of the agents, and then you can see if there are teams. If you see teams, then you're going to see the production of the team. It could be one of your selection criteria. Who knows, right? When I add agents to my network, I might want to say, oh, Norm, I met him at family reunion. He's a giant. He's a golf lover. Just to keep some notes on about my encounter with Norm. What's coming soon? I'll tell you guys, it's got to be time to wake up. Seriously. If you think that what I just said was good, watch this. In about 30 to 45 days. So what I'm going to show you today is not something that's going to happen in 2019. It's all happening now. Okay? When you are going to look at Grow My Network, you're going to have your own map of connections. So you're going to see where you have connections in North America. A couple of months after, like this fall, you're going to see all the moving patterns of people moving from to. You're going to see all of those. So to make sure that you have connection, you know, if 45% of people come in here are moving from New York, you want to make sure you're known there. And I want to make sure, Lauren, that this office, everybody's connected like a lot, because you're going to stand out. And people trying to come to this neighborhood will have nowhere else to go but here. Right? Remember, the agent count is in March. Keller Williams' number of new agents was equivalent to all the new agents of all competition combined. Okay, that's North America. We're going to make it happen in Canada. Okay?
We'll have
That's a
to.
commitment. All right. When you send a referral invitation on Facebook, you get all of these people trying to reach back and they never stop, and they send you a messenger, whatever. But it's kind of interesting because if I want to make sure that I get an agent to send a referral, I might want to send that referral to more than one agent at a time. So let's say that I'm here and I'm connected with 20 agents in Vancouver. I'm going to do a broadcast. So I'm going to broadcast my referral. But you know what? Anonymous. They don't know who you are. They know you are a Keller Williams agent because you're using the platform. They know it's serious. They know it's a qualified prospect. But if, 12 of them are not listening, they're not looking, they're not, they just said yes because Gilles told them to go and accept their invitation. So if you're probably going to get 3 or 4 response back saying, okay, well, I'll accept this referral. You'll vet them, you'll check their numbers and everything, and then you'll send it to one. Everybody else will then be informed that the referral has been assigned. They can't be mad at you. It's anonymous. They can't try to reach back to you. It's anonymous. They don't know who you are. Right? That's amazing. When you do that broadcast, you could say, and you could add a note saying, okay, I have a client that's looking for a $750 home. He has a family of 4, or he needs 3 bedrooms, whatever. Send some information. He's a golf lover. If you have something near a golf club, whatever, give some information. Right? If someone specializes in condo, he won't just reply. It wouldn't make sense. So that's a filter further. So that's referral. So who's going to be growing his referral network today? Okay, I should see all hands. I saw all hands. Grow it, because we're going to see with Kelly what's coming with Kelly. You're almost going to be forced to grow your network. Okay? You're smart guys, So who uses Kelly? Okay. Who understands what Kelly is? Okay, so what is it?
Keller Williams Siri.
I like that.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what you're going to say? Okay. I've heard virtual assistant. I love that. I love both, actually. I love Siri, because if we're compared to Siri, my goodness, we're in the big league. But virtual assistant, you remember the first line when you had Kelly sitting on top of the Keller Cloud? Mm-hmm. Kelly is the door to your data. Like Siri is the door to data, Kelly is the same thing, but it's about you. It's about your business. It's about Keller Williams. Kelly is smart. Like Gary Keller said, it's a 2-year-old, right? That's learning. And what do you do with a 2-year-old? You don't get mad at him, right? You're trying to help him grow. Since family reunion, 65,000 agents have downloaded Kelly. That's a good number. over 1 million interaction took place. Every single interaction that's not understood goes to the team for them to build the skills. If it makes sense, right? If you say, hey Kelly, tell me a joke, I'm not sure you're gonna build a skill around that, not like slurring. 65,000 downloads, people using it. But it was not kind of user-friendly, because it's just a white page. Little thing at the bottom. So this is the new Kelly. Kelly is now becoming an app where you can start interacting, not voice writing. You can, but it's just a best way, a more advanced way of interacting with Kelly. It's beautiful. It looks like the other tools you're going to see. It's the same look and feel. Oh, 30 to 45 days from now, you'll be able to say, hey Kelly, that's how you're going to wait. Kelly, hey Kelly, show me 123 Front Street. Boom, listing's going to be there. So at phase 1, it's not going to be all of Keller Williams. It's going to be 400, I don't remember if it's MLSs or market centers, but we're going to have a couple of market centers in Canada. I don't know which one. They didn't want to tell me. I don't know if they know themselves right now, but it's starting to be like we were talking about data. Our listings, your data. Our deals, your data. Are your contacts, your data. So it's the door to all of it. Okay? So you're with a client and you say, hey Kelly, you start talking to Kelly, Kelly reacts, your client is going to say, how is this? Star Trek or what? You know? Nobody else has that. We're light years ahead. Okay. I just want to, okay. Something extremely
Is there
exciting.
anything we can leave with clients?
Pardon me?
Can we leave something with clients? Yeah.
Let me do this, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Okay.
Not what I know, what I think. Okay. 30 to 45 days from now, Anthony is driving down the neighborhood, and he sees a beautiful park. I should tell the world that this park is the best in the world. So he's step out of his car, take a picture, start typing community insights, load it into Kelly. It's now available to everybody. Now, 2 months after this is launched, they have 180,000 agents loading in insights of their communities. Are we getting somewhere? Okay? So, what I think, I don't know. It's just a gut feeling that Kelly might be the tool going to the consumers one day.
Yes.
They're just building around it, we'll have all the listings, we'll
Link
have
back to
all the
the
agents.
link back to the agents.
Link back to the agents 100%, but I have this suspicion that this state-of-the-art technology is going to be what's going to end up in the hands of consumers. But I'm not sure. But it would so much make sense, right?
Sure.
Yes?
What is, just from a practical perspective, what's the point of insights? Like,
Well, the
you said
point,
mention
okay,
of the
well,
park, but okay.
The point of insight is to provide additional information to your fellow agents on the referral network that are trying to send people to a neighborhood, or for you, the agent, to have access to insights that you don't have to be.
You could be selling a house in the area you don't know very well. The client likes you and wants you to deal with them. You can jump on insights and
These
have insights into the area.
So it'd be about businesses, parks, maybe like a beach.
Insights.
Everything.
Yeah.
We're not going to vet insights. We trust you're professional, and this is it. I mean, it's your business, your neighborhood. Now, the more insights you load, the more points you get on the referral network. Okay? You pretend to be the local expert, we'll see that, right? So when I'm looking, if I'm from Vancouver, and I'm looking for someone in this neighborhood, I want to have the one who knows the most about this neighborhood. So I'm going to see in my filters those who have uploaded the most insights.
Most insights.
It'll be one additional criteria for me, available to me to decide where I'm sending that referral. To me, it makes sense. So you should all, when this becomes available professionally, you should all start.
I'm going to Toronto from Vancouver. I want to go to a cool restaurant on Dundas. It'll be in insights from Adrian.
Absolutely.
I want to move somebody to Toronto from Vancouver. Who do I contact? Adrian. Nothing to do with real estate, starts with restaurants.
There you go. It's one more way, one more features to you to help grow your business.
That is not on Kelly yet, though,
It's
right?
now kind of 30 to 45 days, but I've been saying that for 2 weeks now, so it should be like 15 to 30 days. I was not given a date, but I was given a time frame, and when they say that time frame, they respect it.
The question I have for insights like that is data can change. Like a cool restaurant 1 year won't be a cool restaurant in 3 years' time. So how does that change? Is it just there? Sort of, you know how Wikipedia, some stuff is accurate and some isn't. So how is the...
I have a suggestion. Confirmation, like thumbs up from other people who agree with that, right? Or a thumbs down, perhaps. Things change. Like
Yeah,
a restaurant might suck in 3 years, and if agents or clients or whoever goes and sees it and they don't like it, they can rate it.
It's an amazing idea. It's an amazing idea. However, don't say it to me. You're going to go to ideas.kw.com. So you don't take notes? Ideas.kw.com. And you're going to see all the currently available solutions there. You can submit a new idea. You can vote up. You can for an existing idea. You got pages and pages and pages of ideas to the tool that exists today. So that would be an amazing one. Okay? And besides them, if you see the word plan, that means it's in the works. Yes?
I'm afraid to ask this question. I'm going to add anyway.
I'll see.
AI everywhere is taking jobs away. And so we're feeding into something that's going to make us all the same. How do I stay separate from everybody else? If I'm not up to speed with insights and the referral at the best, being at the top, and I've put a lot of energy into it, but I'm 10% below the top.
Yeah.
So I'm forced to spend a lot of time to be strong on AI, strong with Kelly. What's the incentive for me to feed into being the same as everybody else?
What's your first name?
Fred.
Fred.
Unique.
Yeah.
Not Kelly.
Tomorrow with technology won't be any different from yesterday without technology.
Right.
You've got the runners, you've got the waiters. You've got to have those that wait, those that walk once in a while. This is not going to worsen or better your life. It depends what you do with it.
It's a tool.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
Those who go door to door are still going to be doing amazing business. It's a people-to-people thing.
Yeah.
This is to help you with providing you more insights, more intelligence in your conversation with the agent, with the client. It doesn't mean you have to change your conversation.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay?
That's funny.
If, for example, if Ben Kenny would think that this would scrap his life, he wouldn't be participating to those labs like crazy. Taking time away from his business, from his team, spending weeks in Austin, and helping build these tools for you guys. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Is that answer the question?
Yeah, it gives me, hope, I guess.
Oh.
Me too.
Okay. Now, we've seen referrals and Kelly, and we already, I hope I share with you some good reasons why to use it. Okay? Believe me, Keller Williams technology is on another playing ground. Now what I want to show you is what is just about to arrive. When I say just about to arrive, I'm going to show you a video on Command. Command is the contact management platform that's coming. So that's going to eventually replace Top Producer, Salesforce, whatever you guys are using. Okay, but in one place. Now this is not a professional video. This is amateur video. It was taken during family reunion, and it represented about 1% of what Command can do because it lasts just a couple of minutes. But I'll be talking after. Okay? So the sound's going to come out of here, so I don't know if it's going to be. Let me know.
So you turn that off.
Contact management walkthrough.
Okay.
So Command is an application built on Keller Cloud that helps agents run their business. We start off with Katie, who's an agent at Keller Williams. She has logged into Command and now has a dashboard of all her activity within her business. From today's tasks, this week's tasks, her CGI goals, her upcoming calendar meetings, her to-do lists, and who to contact within her workday. So Katie wants to be able to manage her contacts. So she goes to our contact management application. In the contact management application, Katie can look at all her contacts, their critical information like phone number, email, last contact to time, and groups. Groups allow Katie to better manage her contact database by grouping them or segmenting them into different groups. At the above, you'll have filters. Filters allow Katie to quickly work with her contact database to find the contact she needs or the group she needs to interact with. To start, Katie wants to extend the reach of her contact database into other applications, mainly her productivity tools. So Katie can go into applications where she can connect third-party applications to Keller Cloud. These can include everything from productivity down to social media to marketing applications. So Katie's going to connect her Gmail as well as her Google Calendar so she can interact with her contacts. Now that those applications are connected, Katie can go back to her contact list, search for a contact, and start to get a background, to get context of what she needs to do for Nancy. So Nancy, a client, is looking for homes, so she can bring up her information and can see everything that has occurred with Nancy. At the top left, you'll see her status. She went from a prospect to a current client. She's currently in the market looking for a home. Her information is all located in the left column. In the middle column is a timeline of all the activity that has occurred with Nancy. Everything from notes to meeting invites to communications that Katie has put into Command. On the right is all the activity from opportunities to smart plans to referrals. So now that I have context, Katie can go into Gmail. Now we're leaving Command application and write Nancy an email saying a new listing has popped up that might be interesting for her, wants to send it over to her, get that information, and see if she would be interested in taking a look. So now that I sent it from Google, no longer does Katie have to come in and manually put that information. And as we all know, agents are constantly on the go and have very long days, so a lot of the times it's forgotten or saved for the next day. With Keller Cloud and being able to integrate, that information is automatically captured via Keller Cloud and inserted into Nancy's timeline. So we now see that a message was sent to Nancy to check in on a new listing that provided. So this continues on. Katie and Nancy decide that they want to take a look. So I can go to Google Calendar. I can set up an appointment for Katie. Again, this is outside of Command. So we can go look at creating an opportunity, creating an event, saving it, and sending it over to Nancy to schedule that event. Again, because of Keller Cloud and the integration of these applications, that event is captured and put into Nancy's time frame. So you'll see a meeting with Nancy has to schedule for the future time for the agent. This helps agents become more productive, automate their interactions with their agents, and better plan their days to be able to look at a glance what is important, what tasks they need to do, and what meetings they have upcoming with their clients in their database.
Okay. It went fast. It's on very high level on the surface. But think of it this way. I have all my contacts in command. All my contacts, my clients, my lead, my prospect, boom. I'm in my car. And I want to write Nancy an email. I use my phone, send her an email. Boom, the email is here. Oh, I want to send her a text. So I'll say, hey Kelly, show me Nancy. Boom, Nancy's going to pop up. In that little folder of Nancy, you have a telephone icon, a text icon, an email icon. I hit the text icon. I want to text her. Boom, there's going to be a log entry of the text in command. I want to give her a call. Boom, there's going to be a call log entry in command. So you're a team, you have one team assistant, she knows everything that's going on. She has access to everything in one place.
No J2.
Pardon me?
No J2. No J dot too.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. But if you want to do like a phone campaign or something like that, but straight from Kelly. If you do everything from Kelly, everything will be registered here. Except for your Google suite, like the Google Contact, your Google Calendar, Google Email, it's all going to show up here. So for example, if you have a website that is connected with your Google suite, when a lead is created, when a drip is sent back to that lead, it's all going to show up here.
Just a question about it would be great if this happens, but I can't see it. Did Nancy get the listing as well? Or did I just send her the address that she was to check out herself? Just
well, that's more a Google email administrative thing.
Well, it's Toronto Real Estate Board as well.
But we'll see in Smart Plans we have something else.
Yeah.
So is KW Command a database? Is that now the database?
KW Command.
It's a CRM.
That's what
It's an application. It's an application. Your contacts are in the database. So today when you are inviting agents to be part of your referral network, actually you're writing those agents in your database. Okay? When Command is released, you'll have access to all of them. Well, you have access to Kelly today, but Command is not released yet. It's in the labs with 5,000 agents.
If I'm looking at this on my web, let's say I'm at home on my computer and I have this page up and I'm looking at Nancy, can I send an email from here, or do I have to now go into my Gmail?
We'll see that in the labs.
Pardon?
We'll see that in the labs.
Because that's one of the things I like about my CRM.
Yes, you do.
If I can see my history and I want to be able to just send her an email from there, I don't want to have to switch to a different program.
No.
Because it'd be redundant. Now I have to search for Nancy again and type her email address.
I shouldn't have said that. The answer is yes.
Okay.
So
It is connected to your Google Suite.
Yes.
Straight. Whatever you do here, as far as email, and there was a question about text, we'll see about that. But I don't text from a laptop. I'll use Messenger from a laptop, which is a totally different thing. But I can text from a phone. If I want to text from a phone, I'm going to use my first interface will be Kelly. If I want that text to be logged here, if I don't want the text to be logged in my command, I'll just go to the text application and text. Right? Yes?
Jackie and I are a team, so we're one and the same.
You're a lucky man.
Yeah, oh yeah. Not this morning, but never mind.
Is that too much information?
I think I'm ready for it.
I really didn't mean that, whatever that was. Anyhow,
We just won't look at you, we'll say a word.
how am I doing so far? So I want her to see everything I'm doing, I want to see everything she's doing. Will command be for one, or will it be for two of us? That's one question. Then the next one would be, we just started using BombBomb, and that's a third party. Will there be certain third parties that are not allowed in because they haven't said okay to the rules?
Yes, yes. If they don't want to come into the data pledge, no way.
Right
They
on.
won't connect. That's it. Gary Geller he's a straight shooter, right?
Yeah.
And he said nobody's going to keep our agents hostage of their data. No more.
It's easy.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so yes to that, got it. Now, for the...
but will we have a BombBomb kind of replacement?
Got it.
Now that's the question. Will it be better? That's the question. But I can't answer that today.
But team communications will be in one place.
So the team will be able to see
Oh, yes.
everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
That's not irreplaceable, that's like perfect.
I know.
That was a good key.
Well, because the basis of Keller Williams is based on teams, basically.
Moving.
So everything that's going to be in here is going to be team-based.
Individual,
And remember-
individual and team-based.
Okay?
Individual and team-based. There's
That's
a lot
right.
of individuals.
Right,
but a lot of teams.
right.
Jill, so are you, eventually will CRMs can be replaced by using this as an expansion?
Absolutely.
That's okay.
Now, when will you replace?
Just, I remember, I'm the neophyte here, I don't know
This
this
your
back.
decision, not ours.
When is it possible though?
Will there be a grid between EDGE and to transport over the data? Of course. We've got about 75,000 agents, if not 100,000 agents using EDGE. That would be a shot in the foot not to do that. Right. Yes.
Any plans for drip campaigns automatic?
You're always ahead of the thing.
I should just make sure everybody in the room recognizes Conrad over here. He's our ambassador for Technology Shield, which you two will be
Yeah,
much
yeah,
more
we're connected,
connected.
we're connected.
So everybody should know that.
Yeah.
He's representing this program, just our ambassador.
So, about this new technology, you now have two go-to persons. This gentleman here, for you in the office. Not the TL. The TL, he has his own role, right? He's got enough, his plate is full.
Yeah.
But about technology, not the printer stuff, guys, right? But technology, on me,
Yeah.
not your TL. TL is there to grow the business, okay?
One last question for
Go ahead.
a little technology. I'm looking at my profile and I don't use EDGE or I don't use my face. I haven't really grown my KW presence online.
Yes.
We have a website of our own and I don't see the ability to put my website in there versus the KW one.
Okay, websites. I agree with you, Blazer is not the best answer to Keller Williams agents. Now you think you're alone? Think twice. We've got about 100,000 agents thinks that's not the right tool. So what are we going to do about that? Nothing? No, that's not.
They're feeling it probably in labs.
So we'll have some good news for you very, very soon.
Okay.
Very soon. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to test the new websites this week. Okay? But I'm not supposed to talk about it because we have a contractual agreement with Blazer until August 2019.
Oh.
So we can't talk, we can't promote, we can sell, resell, whatever. Okay? But hey, you're self-employed. Today is the day, not 2 years from now. So I've been working on a alternative solution that I won't be talking about it. But you might get a call from another agent saying, hey, have you heard about this? Yeah. Now, your campaigns. A contact, okay, what is CRM? CRM.
Contact and relation management.
Okay, to me it's contact and relationship management. I've just shown you the contact side of it. To manage your contact, adding a contact, grouping your contact, etc. Now I'm going to show you the relationship side of it, right? How do I stay engaged with my contact? How do I mass mail? How do I do direct posts? Everything. That's all coming. It's in the lab right now. I got a couple thousand of agents. One more movie, we're done, guys. It's okay. Okay. Again, this is another amateur video type. Remember, it's all connected.
Hi, my name is Adam. I'm looking through Smart Plans. So here's the login screen command. We'll get past this. All right. So this is the dashboard for command. Here is where your business will live. Up here you can see the CGI monthly tracking. We have our calendar. We have just a very high-level view of our tasks we're doing this today and this week, tasks to do in detail down here, and then a list of a carousel of people we would like to relate to today. Now let's jump into Smart Plans. That is this third icon here. So this is Smart Plans is workflow automation and task management for your business. This is what our Smart Plans dashboard will look like before we have any Smart Plans started. So to get started with Smart Plans, we're going to want to go to the KW library. The KW library is where we will have pre-built Smart Plans for agents. These Smart Plans will be authored by KWRI or other agents like yourself. KWRI Smart Plans will be for free always. The cool thing is, agents like you can publish your custom Smart Plans to the KW library to share, and when you do that, you'll have an option to make them free and available to everyone, make them free and available to your team only, and then also allow others to pay for them or have others pay for them. So you can either charge a flat fee or a monthly subscription. So Smart Plans will be like action plans, drip campaigns, all of that coming together. I really like this market listing Smart Plan. We can click here to see the details. As you can see here, this market listing Smart Plan integrates 3 different unique step types that Smart Plans have. So Smart Plans is deeply integrated with our lead accelerator. So for this market listing Smart Plan, it incorporated the Facebook component of our lead accelerator, the Facebook ad accelerator. It also incorporates a direct mailing postcard and a just listed auto email as well. So I'm really digging this one. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my Smart Plans. You can see here, we click into my Smart Plans. Now I have a Smart Plan. It's currently not active, so before I can activate it, I need to configure it. So when I go to activate it, it'll push me to the configuration screen. So this is the configuration screen for my market listing Smart Plan. This first step, the Facebook advertisement, is linked to my listing from the KWLS. For the sake of this demo, it's already been selected.
Just so you know, by July, all of your listings will automatically be fed to KWLS.
Yay.
That's great.
Good.
Okay? So when this comes,
Especially for referrals as well.
absolutely.
Repopulates the Facebook advertisement here on the right. It populates all of the creatives, so the content photos from the KWLS listing. I can edit it here, but if I'm happy with the content that is pre-populated for my KWLS listing, I don't have to do anything. The only thing I really want to pay attention to is my targeting and my budget, which we do here. The next step is our direct mailer Smart Plan step. So for this one, we have the address for our listing, and we can select a radius around that address to send a direct mail postcard to. And we're working with a direct mail service provider who will give us an estimate of how many homes are in that radius and how much it would cost to send each address a postcard based on the ink that's on the postcard. Is it using 5 colors or is it black and white, that kind of stuff. So we can, again, we just configure the content here on the left. We can see the live preview up here on the right. And then the last one is just an auto email marketing configuration. So again, same thing as you use for MailChimp or Constant Contact or eEdge. You're just configuring your email. And again, content on the left, live preview on the right. What's cool about this is we are actually integrating with email service providers so that no one agent So down here at the bottom, the last step of the smart plan is you add your contacts and groups to that smart plan. You can add contacts individually. You can add groups one by one. Groups will be broken into two primary types of groups. We have static groups. So those would be people that I specifically have manually added into a group and said, these 5 people are family. This is my family group. You can also have dynamic groups, which would be you set rules and filters that will look at your database and constantly update based on what you set as your rules and filters. So, for example, you can have a dynamic group of these are people who I have not reached out to in the past 90 days. That'd be a dynamic group. Or you can set a rule that's dog lovers. If I've tagged any of these people dog lovers or any other interest golf lovers, then anytime you add a tag to someone, it'll update them and automatically put them into the dynamic group. So that's a really great way to ensure you're covering your database in terms of smart plan usage. So I'm going to go ahead and save and activate. Once I've saved and activated my smart plan, you see it moves to an active smart plan card, and then on the dashboard, let's fast forward 2.5 months, I have one smart plan running. So you can see here, this is your analytics board. You'll have your daily tasks here on the right. So each task has 4 activities associated with it. You can mark it as complete. You can mark it as skipped. That might be for like a contractor close smart plan. Let's say one of your tasks is complete HOA documents, but my client for this smart plan doesn't have an HOA. That's great. We'll just skip that task. And then the other 2 tasks are actions you can do with tasks are delegate them, so that's going to be really important for teams, and snooze them. So I really want to send Aubrey this email, but I don't have all of the paperwork from the seller's agent yet, so I'm going to go ahead and snooze that for 2 days and hope that that gets into me, so that way 2 days from now when I'm reminded, I'll have everything and I'll go ahead and do it. Down here at the bottom, we have the recommended for you area. So those are going to be just new smart plan updates, recommendations that we think like, hey, we looked at your database and we think these smart plans would help you reach them in a meaningful way. And then at the bottom right, we have smart plan activities. So this is all the automation. This is visibility into what's happening in the background for you. So all the things that you've automated that you might not necessarily have good insight into on other platforms. We want to put that front and center so you know what work you're doing in the background. And then the analytics panel will give you basically a graph view. The x-axis will always be the time, and the y-axis will be configurable to you. So that could be emails sent in a specific time frame, or it could be how many contacts are on my smart plans. So again, very fluid, very customizable, very powerful, very simple, all for you, Mr. Agent. Thank you so much.
Okay, I wish we had 3 hours and I could keep you interested for 3 hours just to
I think we'd
talk
all be
more
dead.
about this.
My head is exploding.
Now,
Yeah, mine too.
what are smart plans? Smart plans is the one tool to put as much automation in your business as you wish. You sign a new listing. You have a checklist. You can build a smart plan to do that checklist, to monitor that checklist. You close a deal. You have another checklist. You maybe have another smart plan. You want to do a Facebook campaign? You have a smart plan. You want to do a mailing kit? You have a smart plan. You want to keep in touch with your contacts, birthdays? You have a smart plan. You want to wish families or parents that have kids playing baseball just before baseball season, you want to send an email saying, hey, happy, good luck in the baseballs, you have a smart plan. You're going to have thousands of smart plans already pre-built and available to you. You're going to take that smart plan, you're going to make it yours, you're going to go in and edit. Now, who are those who know about Infusionsoft? Okay. How do you think Ben Kenny built a little empire? By using Infusionsoft. It's a workflow automation. So how do we build this? I'm not going to go into there. We're going to do that during the labs this morning. Okay? Is you basically the action, drag, and drop, and you go through this. Okay, I want to send an email. If this happens, place a call 7 days after. Do this, do that, all configurable. That is going to be game changer. That's going to give you time. That's not going to take you away from your relationship or with your clients. It's just going to make the system is going to do things you forget, or you might forget. Yeah.
When is this coming?
And you know what? When you send this is.
We're already building
I have
this.
to say,
We're
that's the
building
same
this
thing.
right
I
now.
know.
So when are you doing this?
Right now.
Because then we don't have to do it.
It's just about to happen.
90%.
And I don't decide. Like people are asking, what about Command? Command is being labbed by over 5,000 agents right now. So we're no longer in incubation or controlled environment. We're just about to be in general release.
So Gilles, we've got Canadian content being considered, Canadian needs being considered.
Yes.
When you say 5,000 agents, that's mostly American agents.
No, we have Canadians there.
Good.
Yeah. And with Command, yesterday I got confirmation, because I asked it, we have 282 people in the queues for Command. We're all going to add them in one shot. Over all of those who were ahead of them in the queue. Right? So we want to have large contribution. But Command, make no mistake, it's ready for Canada.
Okay, good.
Smart plans, the piece that they're working on is the postal code and the post office, like to send direct mailing. We're working with Post Canada because they have an API. You guys already use it through Tread. Some of you do, right? Where you enter the postal code, the neighborhoods you want, it tells you the number of doors, the whole language. So it won't be different. Okay. However, I'll show you something else. Yes.
We use MailChimp for emailing an open house. Can we put a group of agents into this and have that as a separate group, but it doesn't...
That is to replace MailChimp. That will replace MailChimp.
And then we can include that, so when we interact with an agent, or if they book a showing on one of our properties, would it show up there and we could see the activity of different agents?
Showing is something that really works well.
Fair.
I was part of the ideation lab of managing visits and showings and everything.
So
we're going all directions.
By KW Command, you're saying this is all we need.
This is going to be the place.
Yeah,
It's
We don't need third
it's not going to
party
be there all of it like
right away, but in time.
November 1st, but we'll leave nothing to say. The only thing that we're going out and making a partnership with is for the electronic signature. Where's
Right.
Nah.
Like,
DocuSign is a contract electronic signature. If they decide to go that route, it's not the best because it's not made for offer management. I make you an offer, you ratify, you change, you send it back to me, send it back to you. DocuSign is not built to do that. DocuSign is a contract. I send you a contract, you sign it, that's done. It's not meant to do a DocuSign is better on that purpose. And it's cheaper. Now, let me show, who uses Canva? Okay, Canva out the door. I could show you the video, it's 5 minutes long. So I'll just show you the screenshots. What is Canva? Canva will allow you.
Yes.
Canva will allow you to create your posters, your flyers, your listing sheets. And you want to add that to a smart plan. You want to do a Facebook ad using one of your templates. Canva is going to be, and they're going to be a library again of Canvas, all of those that you have on e-edge, right? All of these that you don't use. But it's just to say that we're taking about everything. Everything. And it's all in one place. It's not a matter of integration. It's one platform. Remember that. So think about it a year from now. Hey Kelly, what are my running smart plans? Hey Kelly, you'll ask a question about anything in your database and Kelly will have it for you. Instead of clicks.
how much is it going to cost individually just
Oh.
Kelly?
Okay, this is my preferred number today, and I want you to, that, to
Please
keep as a
tell me you're
takeaway.
gonna use the 15.
Zero is
Zero.
my preferred number.
Okay.
So this is going to cost you nothing,
What about command?
other than nothing. All of what I'm showing is costs you nothing.
What are our competitors spending for their services?
People are spending $600,000-$700,000 a month for
Yeah,
additional
can we
tools.
clarify, it's not nothing, it's the $15 we've been paying every month for the
Yeah,
last
well,
5 years.
I wasn't done.
right?
It's nothing above what you're
Yeah,
already
nothing
paying.
above.
Nothing else.
Because we've been paying into this for years.
Yeah.
So pay for EA,
Okay?
for something
We've
that,
been paying into
yeah.
technology for
I'm
I'm with you,
years
I'm with you.
and not using it. So this,
Yeah.
it's not free,
It's about
it's that
15,
we're
it's a going
getting,
for-
we're actually getting it
Well,
now, we're seeing it.
Yeah, we're getting more than
More than the nothing we were getting before? Great. It sounds great. I'm all for it.
yeah. So this is it.